would even make sense? Like, would you say this is a big fight? Understandably, the legacy is there for Bud. But what is he, 39, 37? Something like that. And you're right there in the thick of your prime, right? Would that even be a thing? Like, you know?
No, it's definitely a big fight if he was a return, but he returned, I beat him, they're gonna be like he was old. Like it's always gonna be something. Like it's like I said, when people be bringing up his name, I don't even really be caring. Like he retired, like it's like he just talking. He doing what retired people do. We talk like.
We know what the super fight is. We know what the super fight is. Super fight isn't Sebastian Fundora. The super fight isn't Virgil Ortiz. The super fight isn't Josh Kelly. There's no one at 160. The super fight is Terence Bud.
During an appearance on the Pivot podcast, Jaron Boots Ennis spoke about the path he has mapped out for his career. He explained that his immediate focus is becoming the unified and lineal champion at 147 pounds before making the jump to 154. From there, he believes it will not take long to collect more world titles, saying he expects to become a unified champion in his new division within only a couple of fights. Ennis made it clear that winning championships in multiple weight classes is how he intends to cement his place among boxing's elite. He wants to be an all-time great and stamp his name in whatever division he is in.
I'm like, I want to be an all-time great, you know, and stamp my name in whatever division I'm in. In every division I'm in, I want to collect every belt, each and just take over the division, you know. And I did it at 147. You know, I was able to be unified and, you know, lineal champion at 147. And those guys were down there playing around, and so I just moved up, and I feel way better at 54. And now I'm a unified champ within 2 fights at 154, and it's on the undisputed now. You know, one by one, just keep knocking these guys down one by one. I'm already stamped myself in the boxing game already, because I'm a 2-weight division champ. A lot of guys can't.
Speaking about the failed negotiations for a fight with Virgil Ortiz Jr., Ennis explained that the deal simply came together at the wrong time. Rather than waiting for one specific opponent, he said his priority is facing whichever top contender is ready next. Among the names on his radar, Sebastian Fundora stands out because of his height and unique style. Ennis believes a matchup with Fundora would allow him to display another side of his skill set and prove he can dominate even larger opponents.
And what I loved about you was like, give me the next one up.
Yeah, for sure.
Like let's roll. I commend both you and Xander in this sense on being like, we're gonna try to fight the best person that's out there, no matter what the consequences of a loss are. To me, those are the boxers that I love, because you like, man, the next one up is the next one up.
Ennis also opened up about how he views the final chapter of his career. Instead of fighting beyond his prime, he said he plans to pay close attention to how his body responds over the years and expects to retire around the age of 35. Before walking away, however, he wants to chase championships across several divisions. His original dream was to become the undisputed champion at 147,154,160 and potentially even 168 pounds, a goal that continues to motivate him.
Started this journey, you know, if you were writing down, this is what I want to do, what would those accomplishments be?
Early on, when I first turned pro, my goals was to be undisputed at 147, 154, 160, and maybe 168.
Wow.
I think 168 gonna be my cutoff mark. At 147, I was able to become unified and lineal champ. So that was I had the IBF, the WBA, the Super WBA, in the Ring magazine. And like I said before, they was all playing around, so I couldn't get the other 2 belts. But now that I'm at 54, I'm gonna do that 54, be undisputed at 54, and then 60, and then maybe 168, or who knows, 60 could be my cutoff.
But looking toward the future, Ennis responded to ongoing speculation about possible opponents, including Terence Crawford. While he expressed respect for everything Crawford has accomplished in boxing, he stressed that outside opinions and comments from retired fighters do not influence his mindset. His attention remains fixed on his own journey and the challenges directly in front of him.
But he retired. He ain't saying he want to fight, so he wants to say he retired. You know, let him enjoy his retirement. You know, and like he said, this is the Boots era. He said it himself. A couple people, my homies, send it to me. He like, yo, he talking about this the Boots era. He know, you know. Yeah, it's different over here. I'm trying to tell you, it's different over here, yo. It's different.
That, hypothetically, right? Would that be a fight that would even make sense? Like, would you say this is a big fight? Understandably, the legacy is there for Bud. But what is he, 39, 37? Something like that. and you're right there in the thick of your prime, right? Would that even be a thing? Like, you know?
No, it's definitely a big fight if he was a return, but he returned. I beat him. They're gonna be like he was old. Like it's always gonna be something. Like it's like I said, when people be bringing up his name, I don't even really be caring. Like he retired. Like it's like he just talking. He doing whatever retired people do. Or talk like.
When discussing a potential clash between Ennis and Terence Crawford, Bob Arum emphasized just how difficult Crawford is to deal with inside the ring. According to Arum, Crawford remains one of the toughest fighters in the sport because of his ability to effortlessly switch between orthodox and southpaw stances without losing effectiveness. That versatility, he explained, makes Crawford an exceptionally dangerous opponent for anyone.
And, you know, it would take a real wizard to beat him. Crawford has something that no other fighter around has, and people haven't commented on it. And that is, he fights equally well as a southpaw or as a right-hander. And so, when you train for a fight, usually the fighter he's fighting trains for him as an orthodox fighter, right-handed fighter. And so, from the first round on, he'll turn southpaw. And the guy isn't ready for him. That's what beat Spence. Spence trained for the fight like he was fighting an orthodox fighter in Terence, and Terence fought him as a southpaw.
Brian Bomac McIntyre was asked whether Jaron Boots Ennis is beginning an era of dominance similar to the one Terence Crawford established after Floyd Mayweather's reign. McIntyre praised Ennis as an outstanding fighter but stopped short of declaring boxing to be the Boots era. Instead, he pointed out that the current generation is loaded with elite talent, mentioning stars like Shakur Stevenson and Naoya Inoue as fighters sharing the spotlight.
Just curious because I know Terence, you know, he had his era and he was very complimentary in the sense of like, look, it's like Floyd and me, like, that's never going to happen. And in a case like this is like the Boots era, right? So, I mean, with you who understands multi-divisions, like, do you kind of see Jaron kind of being one of those next guys, if anything, kind of following the footprints of?
I think he have to. I mean, he's a great fighter. He can start his own era like what he's doing now, but he got a lot of guys he got to compete with, like Shakur. You know, he got Inoue. You know, those guys are young and still fighting, so I ain't gonna really call it the Boots era. I just think he's a great fighter in an era with other guys that can say, this was my era.
Robert Garcia believes Ennis proved exactly why he is considered one of boxing's most dangerous fighters. Even after absorbing clean punches and experiencing a few uncomfortable moments, Garcia felt Ennis showed tremendous heart along with his trademark power. Those exchanges only increased his excitement about a future fight with Virgil Ortiz Jr., predicting it would be a thrilling battle that both fans and promoters would eagerly support.
I heard a little bit, he got hit a little bit too much, so that's what boxing is. That's what makes fights a little more exciting. You know, now I'm pretty sure a lot of people that thought, oh, Boots could easily dominate Sayas, or he'll easily dominate Ortiz. Now they're gonna think, man, him against Ortiz is gonna be a fucking war, a beautiful fight. So it brings more attention to the fans to push for this fight, promoters to work together and make this fight happen because of what Boots showed last night. You know, besides him also getting hit and getting tagged and maybe even getting stunned and a couple of times, but he showed heart, he showed power. So that's one thing that people love.
Garcia also explained that he expected Ennis to face a serious test because Xander Zayas entered the contest believing completely in himself. In Garcia's opinion, confidence can make any fighter far more dangerous than people expect. Although Ennis eventually scored 3 knockdowns before ending the fight, Garcia insisted the victory was anything but easy. He noted that Boots had to withstand several heavy shots before taking over, adding that Zayas' self-belief was a major reason the contest stayed competitive for as long as it did.
His fight for Boots because of Xander's confidence. Xander's confidence is his mentality throughout camp. Every interview he he was going to win, and he was sure he was going to win. And that's a warrior mentality. That's a winner mentality. Those mentalities are guys tough to beat. So that's why Boots had a tough time. Even though he beat him and stopped him and dropped him 3 times, but it wasn't easy either. He took some punches. So that those tough mentalities like Sandor Zayas had, it's tough to beat. And every time I heard him speak and the way the confidence I seen in him, I knew it was going to be easy. I knew it was going to be easy for Boots. And a lot of people thought it was going to be easy, but no, I knew it because of Zayas' confidence.
Ennis revealed that he usually enters every fight with a detailed strategy already in mind. Before stepping into the ring against Sandor Zayas, he had decided that he would pressure his opponent from the opening bell instead of relying on a cautious boxing approach. Fighting aggressively was important to him because he wanted to remove any possibility of a close decision, especially while competing in New York against a hometown favorite backed by a passionate Puerto Rican crowd.
My last fight I just had yet.
What? He whooped the hell out of that little Puerto Rican boy. I went and looked at the fight this morning. He beat the hell out of that little Puerto Rican boy.
Yeah, but like that fight, like I already knew, like going into that fight, I'm like, I'm gonna go dog him. Like I'm gonna go take them belts from him and show the world that's how you take belts from a champion. Cause at the end of the day, you don't know how them scorecards gonna look. I basically for him in his hometown, kind of sorta, cause he Puerto Rican and that's New York is a Puerto Rican fan base. So I'm like, I'm gonna be my own 2 judges, and I'm gonna end it on.
Looking back at the much discussed 3rd round against Jaron Ennis, admitted he became a little too comfortable after controlling the opening rounds with ease. After watching the fight several times, he believes that lapse is something he can correct in future training camps. He rejected the idea that he was seriously hurt, saying he was actually trying to settle Zayas down after the crowd fueled his confidence. Ennis added that a fighter who is genuinely hurt usually backs away and covers up instead of continuing to trade punches.
2 rounds was so easy. I feel like I watched the fight like 5 times. I'm like, I could just see myself just getting like lazy a little bit. And these are things that I want to work on when I'm in camp. Like, don't get lazy. Like, just you gotta like stay sharp at all times. I don't care how easy it get. If it get easy, get them out of there. Cause boxing, anything can happen. So I got a little lazy, and everybody thought I was hurt, but I can see what everybody see, cause it do look crazy. But I wasn't hurt. I was trying to calm him down, cause he got hyped when the crowd got hyped. So when he was throwing punches, I'm just like, I'm gonna shoot with him, try to catch him in between. A couple little times I caught a shot, and he like went through the glove, and he was like swinging me. One joint he pushed out with a clean right hand. Like, it was like little stuff like that. Like, and everybody thought I was hurt, but I wasn't. I really was chilling. I was cool. If a fighter is hurt, they're gonna be on retreat mode. They're gonna shell up. They're gonna box and move. They're gonna be dizzy. Like, I wasn't on it. I was cool. I was calm, and I controlled myself. And next round I came back out, and I wound up hurting him probably seconds later. And the next round I came back out and continued doing what I was doing, making it.
Father also shared his thoughts on the exciting style that has made his son a fan favorite. While acknowledging that Boots has the technical ability to outbox opponents behind a disciplined jab, he explained that his son's natural instincts push him toward constant pressure. According to him, Boots enjoys forcing the action, setting a relentless pace, and overwhelming opponents with non-stop offense.
One of my guys that I like, man. That's why you see me all the time. He's one of them top guys, man, to me. He's a good fighter, man. But I knew he couldn't do nothing with Boots. Man, I told you something, but you ain't seen the best of him yet. They gotta bring it out of myself. You know what I mean? You see when he's bringing it out, he get nasty. He likes to knock everybody out, but I tell him relax. You gotta relax, take your time, man. You know what I mean? But he get excited, man. He like to fight. I ain't nothing I can do about it. Who do you bring out the best son? Oh no, I don't know. I mean, he's supposed to bring out the best. You know what I mean? You know. But Fandor, I like Fandor. What else is Fandor? I like to fight him. I think Ortiz. That'll be a good fight.
Hackett spoke highly of Ennis, describing him as an exceptional all-around athlete rather than someone whose life has revolved only around boxing. He argued that athletes who grow up playing different sports often develop better coordination, creativity, and adaptability. In Hackett's view, that broader athletic background gives Ennis unique tools inside the ring that many lifelong boxers simply do not possess.
Ron sparred and shared the ring a lot. A lot of people was kind of saying he's the guy to beat Virgil, he's the guy to beat Fandor. Do you feel that same way? Or is it kind of 50-50 with those names?
I think he is the guy to beat those guys. You know, he's a very talented fighter, very versatile fighter, and he's an athlete. You know, people take that out of the equation. You know, a lot of guys we see when they climb the ranks, you check their background and they've always been boxers. So it's like certain the creative aspect isn't as wide compared to a guy who's a pure athlete who, you know, played multiple sports growing up, still, you know, funds around hobbies with multiple sports. You know, those guys that are like pure athletes, they tend to be better overall fighters, in my opinion.
Do you think at this point he's going to have to move up multiple weight classes to have a challenge? Or is, you know, Fedor and Virgil a guys that could potentially beat him?
Those will be challenges, but I think those are challenges where he will come out victorious.
Greg Hackett reflected on how much his generation has accomplished, remembering a gathering years ago in New Jersey where he, Jaron Ennis and several other rising prospects came together to support Vito Mielnicki Jr. Looking at where they are today, Hackett praised Ennis' battle with Xander Zayas, calling it a legitimate candidate for Fight of the Year because of its non-stop action and competitiveness. He also gave Zayas credit for accepting such a dangerous challenge when he easily could have chosen a safer route.
See how everyone's career, like look at Jaron. Like Jaron just had a great performance with Xander. Like, what did you think about that performance?
Amazing, you know, fight of the year type performance. It was very back and forth all the way till it ended. You know, Boots is a hell of a fighter. Xander, young lion, you know, he didn't have to take that fight. He went out there and dared to be great. Took that fight. You know, definitely hats off to both fighters. And even, you know, taking...
Ennis revealed that he hopes to fight at least one more time before the year comes to an end as he continues chasing the undisputed championship at 154 pounds. He described this stage of his journey as the period where he is building the legacy he wants to leave behind. Among the names currently holding titles in the division, he mentioned Sebastian Fundora, Virgil Ortiz Jr. and Josh Kelly. Although he remains interested in facing Ortiz, he admitted there is no certainty that the fight will eventually happen.
He wants to fight you at this point. I know y'all had whatever y'all had before, but I mean, it's a new day, new division, like you here now. So do you think that fight can be made?
I don't know. I hope so. You know, we went all the way down to his fight by ourselves. They ain't pay for nothing. We paid for our own flight, hotel, our own ticket. We went all the way down there to him and Lubin fight. I get all the way in the ring and all that stuff. We arguing back and forth. I'm thinking it's done. I get out the ring, I'm thinking it's done. I wake up the next day, I hear him talking about some Errol Smith's dream fight. I'm like, hey bro, it just in there. I'm like, what's going on? That's like him coming to my fight. We getting in front of each other, and I'm like, Danny Garcia, my dream fight. Like, right. The fans be going crazy. Like, yo, I don't know, it's crazy. But I thought that fight was done. Hopefully do. You know, if not, whatever, so be it. You know, like I said, I'm down here. I'm already. This is my second fight at this weight class, and I'm already a unified champion. He's been at this weight class for how long now? So I don't know. So like I said, I'm here to collect these belts and take over this division. So, you know, I ain't doing too much waiting around.
Ennis admitted that earning money matters because of the responsibilities he carries outside the ring. At the same time, he said creating a lasting legacy is just as important. His dream is to retire undefeated after capturing championships in multiple weight classes and defeating the very best opponents available during his career.
And then making sure you get your paper and getting your chicken in negotiations. Like, what's the balance between like not giving too much and just being all legacy, but also being a businessman and a guy that's about legacy?
I mean, well, the older I'm getting now, you know, of course it's the money, you know, because I gotta eat, you know, I got family, I got stuff, I got business, I got cribs, I got house, I got stuff going on. So of course it's the money too, but that legacy really important to me as well too, because you know, you gotta stamp yourself. I don't want to be one of those boxers where they forget about you. You feel me? And I want to be one of those boxers where, like, when I retire as an undefeated, you know, legend, I want them to be like then he did everything. He fought everybody. He beat everybody. He moved up multiple weeks.
Tim Bradley pointed out that Sebastian Fundora has as much as a year to fulfill his WBC mandatory obligation, but believes Fundora's team has little interest in facing Ennis before then. Bradley suggested the matchup is being avoided for now, while also mentioning Josh Kelly as another possible opponent. He added that Virgil Ortiz Jr. is currently handling legal matters, yet still believes an Ennis-Ortiz showdown is the fight boxing fans deserve to see next.
Fundora wanting to fight because he don't have to fight his mandatory. I'm letting y'all know that right now. He got a year to fight his mandatory. An entire year with the WBC, right? And all he has to do is ask the WBC, hey, I want to pursue this bigger venture. with Boots Ennis, but as you see, the manager, all right, they don't want it to do anything. They don't want anything to do with Boots. Nothing to do with Boots. And so people saying, well, Boots ain't fighting nobody. Boots ain't fight. So now he wants to fight somebody, right? And nobody wants to fight him. And nobody wants to fight him. So we've heard that Josh Kelly might want to do it because Hearns got Josh Kelly. Okay, that's might want to do it. Virgil is tied up in litigation. Hopefully he can get his stuff together because that's the fight that I want to see first. I want to see Virgil and Boots first. But if you can't get that, then why is Fundora, hiding and ducking and, the Towering Inferno? And I got nothing but love and respect for him because that man is from around my way. He's from around my way. He from the Valley. I got nothing but respect for Fundora. Okay? But I think what it is that they see the danger in fighting him right now. He's hot right now.
He is from around his way. He is from the Valley. He has got nothing but respect for Fundora. But he thinks what it is that they see the danger in fighting him right now. He is hot right now. With calls growing louder for a blockbuster showdown against Virgil Ortiz Jr. and non-stop conversations surrounding a dream fight with Terence Crawford, Jaron Boots Ennis has become one of the sport's biggest talking points. Massive opportunities are waiting just ahead. And now the biggest mystery is not whether Boots is ready.